Hey guys, below the bottom tier here again, and we're back with another video. As requested by one of the comments in the previous video, they wanted bounties as the topic for this video. So first of all, we're in the tavern, and you can see Byrinon, he is the bounty man, which I really just prefer to call him the bounty man, as I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I probably butchered it the first time I said it. So these are the bounties that you'll see, which are one sword, two sword, and three sword bounties. One sword bounties gives you uh bronze chests, two sword bounties gives you silver chests, and three sword bounties give you gold chests. The higher the rarity of a bounty, the better the possible rewards to be obtained, or the higher the chance of getting a rare reward. But if you do not have the bounty man, usually, you'll have to go down to the basement, and then there's gonna be a guy here to talk to. If you're just starting out, normally he would be the one to give you a weapon. I'm not sure now because I heard a lot of things changed with the update before, and a lot of things will change again in the upcoming updates, I think. So, just keep that in mind. If you don't see the bounty man, what you do is you go to the basement, and there's usually a guy here that will give you a quest, and you finish his line of quests, and then the quests after that, and he'll show up. Because after you're done with the tutorial of the game, this man will show up. So, let's talk about uh, one sword bounties. One sword bounties usually does not require any blockchain items, as previously talked about in the first video that I've made. No, sorry, the second video that I've made. First, second. Well, and anyways, blockchain items are the ones that you can sell for shadow stones. So the one sword items usually or always do not have any blockchain items as a requirement. Two sword items though, they do, such as the longbows, or most commonly the bounty materials, which are usually these these are standard bounty materials. And uh in some rare cases, you won't even have any requirements for blockchain items, purely virtual items. Do those. Do those. It will help you a lot. That's one of my biggest tips to you is do the free ones. I consider them free because you don't spend any shadow stones. Now, for the third one, which is the gold chest, it's really high quality bounty items usually. It's very rare to actually see these low of shadow stones. Usually, uh, it's things like these. See, look at this: two 85s, and then one 139. That's close to 300 just for one gold bounty chest. But this 8 shadow stones, 16 shadow stones, and then you just multiply it by how much you need. This is about 100 ish shadow stones, give or take. Uh, these usually I do take. For bounties like these, though, keep in mind how much shadow stones you have. You don't want to spend too many shadow stones if you're a beginner, because as I mentioned before, what you really want to progress for a beginner would be or save your shadow stones for the longbow and the dried blushberries. But if you have a lot of shadow stones to spare, go ahead. My limit for gold bounty chest is anything below 100, take it. As for this, anything below 70, take it. The silver ones below 70 is pretty decent of a price already. Normally, it doesn't reach any higher than 70, Like this one, for example, is like 26. This one is 65. But there are rare cases that it does go above 70. So do just keep that in mind. Like this one. This one's 100. Just don't take those. Next, we'll talk about bonus time. Bonus time, which I'll be showing images of that I took every 2 days, it goes down by 50. So what most veteran players do is they complete the one sword ones. I'm just lazy. That's why I didn't do the one sword ones first. I just don't feel like doing them. But that's the smartest way because you can stack a lot of bounty bucks. That's like, imagine you wait 2 days and then it drops by 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5 times 50 is 250. You lose 250 bounty bucks. That's a lot of bounty bucks. So it drops all the way down to 400, and after it drops to 400, it doesn't drop anymore, right? There's 7 days in a week, which I'll show you more concretely how many, how far it drops, but it will not drop below 400 for time bonus. And the time bonus is the same for every bounty. Whether it be a one sword, a two sword, or a three sword bounty. See? 500, 500, 500. That's why most people, oh sorry, 500. That's why most people do the one sword bounties first. Next, we'll be talking about the exchange. These are the ones that you can exchange your bounty box for. All of these sell for gold if you're desperate for gold, except for this one. This one, you'll need 500 bounty bucks. 500,000 bounty bucks, my bad. And it can sell for 30,000 shadow stones. I've been playing close to 10-ish months, and this is how much I've gotten. This one sells for gold. You'll need blockchain items as well to form them. But what most people usually get is the band of brutality, also known as Bob. Yeah, Bob. Uh, the reason why is look at how much gold people actually spend on it, and plus melee attack speed, plus melee damage, and plus movement speed. But what most people are looking for is the attack speed and the movement speed. But what it would cost you is about roughly close to 2,000 shadow stones, give or take, to make it. So my advice for you is, as a person that purely wants to earn money, save up for the Roaring Sand Dragon. Or at the very least, if something else like this pops out again in the future. And just keep in mind, this is a mythical class blockchain item. And your bounty box are technically time gated in the sense because assuming you finish all of these bounties, right? All of this every week, you still can't reach this within a month. It'll probably take you about a year and a half, roughly, to get this. So if you're dedicated, aim for this. Uh, the rest of these are good items, but I just suggest you use gold to buy them. Next, uh, there are the next topic I would want to discuss would be the things here at the bottom. Right? Normally, there are monsters that you have to kill, like rear, hobgoblins, lich crowns, nereid, uh, wraiths, lizardmen, and the like. And then the ones at the bottom is skills, which is fishing, scavenging, mining, wood cutting or chopping. And then there are some rare cases, or not really rare cases, there are cases where It's engineering, and as mentioned before, engineering is a skill that is only for members' dependents. If you don't have dependent, just don't aim for those quests unless you're planning to activate your pendant. Uh, you can see these crowns. Engineering and forging are the two skills that are uh, blocked by membership, the power pendant. The XP that you gain for the skills that were being asked, such as engineering. You get bonus engineering experience, which goes directly here. So if you want to have a bonus on leveling up your primary skills or secondary skills, take those bounties. It and every bounty gives you character experience, which is the one here on top. Not that big of an issue, not that big of a deal, because most of your experience will come from doing dungeons, but it's a nice bonus. Any one is still better than zero, right? So any bonus that you can get it. Another topic I would want to discuss would be pausing. What you can do is you can actually pause your bounties. Let's say you want to take another bounty first, or you wanted to finish off the monsters first, take another bounty. What you do is you pause. Keep in mind, any progress will be saved, but no further progress will happen unless you accept again. So you can only do one bounty at a time. And yes, I want to pause it and look at this. This one, uh, I already have finished this, and assuming I take this one, the Necronites, I accept this, and then I kill a bunch of Necronites. I can pause it again, and whatever Necronites I killed, assuming I killed, let's say 30, this will drop by 30, so it'll become 37, and then I can pause it again, go back to the bounty that I was doing before, this one, and accept it again. So another big tip for you is when you're done with your bounties, would be going here, going straight to your requirements, and then you can actually just take the items that are required. Though keep in mind, this bar here gets blocked by this, so just remember the numbers there. This one you can sort of still see how much you need. So let's say two of these, two of these, and 12 of these. That's what you need. And then when all of these turn green, you can submit it to the bounty man and he'll give you the chest and corresponding bounty box. And one nice bonus for bounties also would be, I've discussed this in the second video, the higher your level, the more bounties you'll get. Plus one random bounty, uh, plus one random bounty. So normally you wouldn't start out as having so much bounties like I have. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bounties. So you can see all of the plus one bounties here, plus one bounties, plus one bounties. That all stacks up. And I'm not sure if this is still a feature, but I remember when I popped my first power pendant, I got 2 extra bounties. I'm not sure now because I'm always using my power pendant. I'm always active. So do tell me in the comments below if that still does happen, if you still get 2 extra bounties. I am quite curious. And I think that should be about it. If I missed anything, I'll probably just leave it in the description, or if I missed a lot, I'll probably do a part 2. Sorry about that. I kind of forgot to record about this. But for monster counts, like normally, right, you would see 132 rear and uh for example 67 lich crowns. You would want to know where to find those, and this is how. and how many they are in a location. There is a spreadsheet in uh the Lost Relics Discord channels. I think it was in the guides. Do check it out there. But I'm asking the admins to maybe, if ever, I could also post it in the description. You'll see what types of enemies you can fight here in the map, like Rear, Rune, Ghostlings, Grumblers, Skeletors, and etc. So you can actually just click on the map or go to the Adventures Pass to see. But personally, I prefer clicking the map simply because it allows you to automatically just change your tools. For example, let's say I would want to fight Rears. There are only two places with Rears, which is Lost Catacombs and Forgotten Chambers. And as I mentioned before, I can't bring my purple gear there. So I need to swap out my gear here. So my weapons, I need to bring my pinewood bow, or and I need to get rid of my relics, and then I also need to get rid of my tools. So for example, like this, and then change up all my equipment. That's why I prefer doing it here instead of the Adventures Pass, so you don't have to run all the way back to your stash. Which, just another bonus tip. So sorry that this video is such a mess. I'll do a better version of it in the future. And since the update is coming real soon, what I'll be doing is other gaming content. Do tell me your thoughts on that. I might play some Enter the Gungeon or other games that I find in my Steam library. And I'll get back to Lost Relics content once the update has hit, because according to the developer, Cliff, it would be a pretty big update. But I think I've tackled most of the important things regarding bounties. And that's it for me today, and hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was informative. And if you liked it, please do leave a like. If you enjoy my content, subscribe. And if you want me to tackle anything else in the future, just leave a comment like, oh, I want to know about skills, and or I want to know how to gain more gold, for example. Just leave it there and I'll see what I can tackle with the amount of time that I have. And with that being said, thank you all for watching and have a good day.